All right, now let's get to the top story that we're tracking in this bulletin. Ahead of the winter session of Parliament, the centre is holding an all-important all-party meeting right now. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju is conducting this meet. Rijiju met the floor leaders of political parties from both houses of Parliament. Our top sources tell us that SIR continues to dominate the all-party meeting, with TMC and SP getting most aggressive over it. Congress Party's Gaurav Gogoi has accused the government of trying to derail discussion on major issues in the Parliament. Gogoi said that the opposition wants a detailed discussion on Delhi blast and SIR, but the government is avoiding it. He said that the opposition remains united and will jointly hold a strategy meet chaired by Kharge. Remember, the winter session of Parliament is all set to begin on 1st December and continue until 19th of December.
आज ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग है। अभी हम सारे दल के जो नेता हैं सबके साथ बैठेंगे, उनके सुनेंगे। आज तो सरकार की ओर से हम ज़्यादा कुछ कहने का नहीं है, हम सिर्फ बिजनेस और टोटल कितने दिन है और कितना सेशन चलेगा उसका हम बताएंगे। बाकी तो अपोजिशन पार्टी का हम सुनना है। शाम को बिजनेस एडवाइजरी कमेटी मीटिंग है, 4 बजे लोकसभा का है, 5 बजे राज्यसभा का है। दोनों बिजनेस एडवाइजरी कमेटी मीटिंग में हम अपना बिजनेस को हम पेश करेंगे और मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि विंटर सेशन अभी कल से शुरू होंगे और क्योंकि ये शीतकालीन है, विंटर सेशन है, ठंडा दिमाग से सब काम करें और ज़्यादा गर्मा गर्म बहस ना हो, ये हम उम्मीद करते हैं।
कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा लगता है कि पूरे संसदीय मर्यादा को दफनाने का काम वर्तमान की सरकार कर रही है, डिरेल कर रही है, कब्र खोद रही है भारत के लोकतंत्र की इस परंपरा की। और इसीलिए इस विषय पर सारे विपक्षी दल एकजुट है। हम कल आदरणीय खड़गे जी के साथ हमारे सारे दलों की बैठक भी होगी और मुझे लगता है कि ज़रूरी है कि ये लोकतंत्र के मंदिर में सिर्फ एक विशेष व्यक्ति की भजन और जयगान न हो, लोकतंत्र की परंपरा, संविधान की सुरक्षा और सुरक्षा के जो विभिन्न विषय हमने उठाए उस पर चर्चा हो।
परंपरागत रूप से जो बैठक होती है सर्वदलीय, निश्चित रूप से जब देश का लोकतंत्र खतरे में हो, लोकतंत्र की हत्या की जा रही हो, वोट चोरी नहीं अब तो डकैती हो रही हो, तो वो मुद्दा उठेगा। देश के अन्य हिस्सों में आतंकवादी गतिविधियां तो अपनी जगह, पर दिल्ली में जब ब्लास्ट होने लगे, बहाली का मुद्दा हो जम्मू कश्मीर के लोकतांत्रिक अधिकार का, और मोदी जी की विदेश नीति तो उतनी ही भटक गई जितना खुद मोदी जी भटके हुए। उन्हें मालूम ही नहीं होता कब वो सोवियत रूस, कब यूनाइटेड स्टेट अमेरिका, कब चीन के साथ क्या बात कर लेते हैं।
कई वर्षों से अब देख रहा हूं, फिक्शनल चीजों पर बातचीत बहुत होती है। चुनाव तक में जनता के मौलिक मुद्दे गायब कर दिए जाते हैं। उम्मीद करेंगे कि सरकार चुनाव के आगे जाके सोचे कि क्या आय की असमानता विषय नहीं है चर्चा के लिए? क्या जीडीपी का ग्रोथ स्टोरी जिसकी बहुत चर्चा हो रही है, क्या वो दैनंदिन की जिंदगी में अगर नहीं दिख रही है, क्या उस पर चर्चा ना हो? एसआईआर को लेकर के लोगों के मन में जो चिंता है, तो इन विषयों पे एक व्यापक चर्चा मैं समझता हूं कि बेहद आवश्यक है। अन्यथा संसद को सिर्फ एक म्यूजियम नुमा इमारत के रूप में ना देखा जाए।
All right, so as we speak, the all-party meeting before the important winter session of Parliament is still underway as we speak. There are, of course, some reactions which is coming out from the leaders who are coming out of that meeting and speaking to media. They're speaking about the issues which they raised inside that all-party meet. Remember that it was Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiran Rijiju, who is chairing that meeting, and as Payal Mehta, who's there in the Parliament, has been reporting that the SIR issue has been dominated. In fact, she's joining us on the phone line. Payal, we were just hearing a reaction of Kiran Rijiju before he entered that meeting, saying that it's a winter session, so log apna dimag thanda rakhenge. But it does not seem that in that all-party meeting everything was cool and calm.
चला गया वो बोल रहे.
Yes.
Of course, the opposition parties have made this a big issue, and they've said this very, very clearly that, you know, if the SR issue is not discussed, they won't allow the House to really function. So the appeal, we are still waiting for the Parliamentary Affairs Minister and Rajnath Singh to reply, because we've been hearing the opposition party leaders speak so far. They would definitely make an appeal to the opposition parties that do not hold the House ransom. There are a lot of crucial bills which need to be passed. Public money goes to waste, you know, if you wash out the Parliament as well. We'll have to just wait and see if they can actually draw in any sense of semblance amongst the opposition parties to tell them that, you know, we are bound by the rules. We cannot really discuss the issues that are not allowed by Parliament to discuss. Like we were discussing earlier, that Parliament can only discuss electoral reforms. They cannot discuss the functioning of the Election Commission, because who will reply to their functioning of the Election Commission? The Election Commission of India's chief is not a member of Parliament. He cannot be represented by somebody else. Of course, the nodal ministry over here is the law ministry, but they can only speak on electoral reforms and not on the daily functioning of the Election Commission. So let's just wait and see how this really transpires. But it doesn't look very good in the sense, because the opposition parties have made it very, very clear, especially the Congress, the DMK, the TMC, the left parties, that they won't let the House really function. Although on the NDA's part, we heard a very, very aggressive response coming in from Sanjay Jha, Member of Parliament from the JDU, the working president of the JDU, saying that show us one example when one BLO committed suicide in Bihar, or show us one example when, you know, you saw anybody raising the issue of SIR in Bihar. It was a complete election which went without any violence and went without any controversy as such.
And Payal, when these opposition parties were raising these matters inside the all-party meet, what was the response from the government side? If you can share any details that you're picking up from the way of your sources?
Arun, the meeting is still underway. Leaders are coming out and expressing themselves. The meeting is still not completed. The government is yet to give its firm reply as far as this is concerned. They are, as of now, just listening to various political parties. Remember, representatives from all political parties across the spectrum, whether NDA or opposition, have been given a chance to raise the matters that they want. And at the end of it, you can expect Rajnath Singh to really, you know, speak, because Rajnath Singh is chairing the meeting today. We'll have to just wait for some more time to listen to what the opposition parties are really saying and what is the response coming in from the government. But, you know, practically speaking, the logic is very simple. How can you discuss the functioning of the House? The SIR seems to be one big thing that is actually binding the opposition parties together. Remember, earlier it was reported that the Congress party said that they do not want an India bloc's total alliance of sorts. But it is very clear that they will be coming in together on this as well, because tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning, there'll be a big discussion on this in the meeting which Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president and the leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha, will be discussing. But not to forget, both chairs of the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha will try to draw in a semblance on the people who allow the House to really function, because the Business Advisory Committee meeting of the Lok Sabha is at 5 o'clock and of the Rajya Sabha is at 4 o'clock today as well.
So there was a wide unanimity in that all-party meeting in the opposition, where they wanted discussion on the SIR. Thank you so much, Payal. Now we have certain bites which Payal Mehta has done with the opposition leaders. Let's cut to that.
Mr. Siva, the DMK has vehemently been raising the issue of the SIR. What have you said today and what assurance you got from the government?
See, this session is unprecedentedly a very short session. The government has listed 14 bills. So in that situation, we have our own issues. It is only 12 days, 15 days, and among that, 3 days will be private member day and only 12 days. In this situation, we have to raise too many issues, like the allocation for Narega is being reduced every year. And as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, the Samagra Shiksha fund, it is accumulating more and more, it is not being given. And the governor, any bill which he can give assent, is forwarding to the president. And denying of the metro project, which is very essential for us, saying some other reasons. So the opposition ruling parties are being victimized along with the SIR. That also raised by all the political parties. So many issues are there. So we have to be given adequate time, like short duration discussion or calling attention to raise those issues.
Has the government agreed to have a discussion on SIR, because that's been the demand for the last 2 or 3 sessions that we've seen?
The government has never responded to any, whatever we speak, they just listen. And we live on hope that the government would concede to our request.
संजय जी, आज ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग हुई, उसमें आपने सारे विपक्ष के नेताओं को एक ट्यूटोरियल दिया कि एसआईआर क्यों कोई मुद्दा नहीं है।
नहीं भाई, बिहार में एसआईआर पर पिछला जो सेशन था वो भी वॉश आउट हो गया। बिहार में एसआईआर हुआ सिर्फ, और जगह तभी शुरू हुआ है। पूरे एसआईआर के एक्सरसाइज में के बाद एक कंप्लेन नहीं आया। इलेक्शन कमीशन अपील करता रहा जो कोई ये कहे कि उनका वोटर लिस्ट से नाम काट दिया गया। एसआईआर के एक्सरसाइज के बाद बिहार में चुनाव हो गया। इतना बड़ा एक्सरसाइज चुनाव का हुआ, पूरे बिहार से एक कंप्लेन नहीं आया कि उनका वोटर लिस्ट में नाम नहीं था। इनफैक्ट वोटिंग परसेंटेज चुनाव में बढ़ गया इस बार, महिलाएं ज्यादा पार्टिसिपेट की। एक जगह वायलेंस नहीं हुआ, एक जगह रिपोलिंग नहीं हुई। अब इससे बड़ा एग्जाम्पल तो नहीं हो सकता है। तो बिहार में मुझे लगता है कि जो एसआईआर की बात हो रही है, एसआईआर का लाइव एग्जाम्पल बिहार है। पूरा यात्रा किया भाई, 16 दिन का या 15 दिन का, और एसआईआर के नाम पर, और चुनाव में इस मुद्दा पर कोई बात ही नहीं कर रहे थे, तो मुद्दा ही नहीं था।
अभी 12 राज्यों में चल रहे, उनमें भी उनका कहना है कि दबाव है, बीएलओज की मौत हो रही है, तो वो ये मुद्दा उठाएंगे और इस बार हाउस नहीं चलने देंगे।
इतना बड़ा वो तो पिछली बार भी नहीं चलने दी। तो पूरे बिहार में आपको इतना बड़ा एक्सरसाइज हुआ और 1 महीने में ये एक्सरसाइज हुआ, तो कहाँ कोई बीएलओ वहाँ सुसाइड कर रहा था। अब कहाँ पे क्या कौन करवा रहा है वो तो अलग विषय है, लेकिन बिहार में तो ये एक्सरसाइज हो चुका है। तो इसलिए एक इंस्टीट्यूशन को कंडेम करना, जो संवैधानिक संस्था है, ये बिल्कुल ही गलत है। और इतना बढ़िया इलेक्शन कराया, बताइए ना, बिहार जैसे थिकली पॉपुलेटेड स्टेट में अगर वायलेंस फ्री इलेक्शन हुआ, एक जगह रिपोलिंग नहीं हुआ, तो इससे बेटर इलेक्शन कमीशन क्या काम।
माय फाइनल क्वेश्चन टू यू, प्रधानमंत्री ने बिहार की जीत वाले दिन कहा है कि ऑपोजिशन का जो एजेंडा है वो इंडिया से नहीं बाहर से तय होता। आप मानते हैं जिस तरह से वो लगातार सेशन बाय सेशन इसको वॉश आउट करवा?
बिल्कुल होता है, क्योंकि आप जो भी पत्रकार यहाँ से गए थे उनसे पूछिए क्या बिहार के लोगों में एसआईआर मुद्दा था? एक भी आदमी एसआईआर पे के खिलाफ बिहार में बोल रहा था, पॉलिटिकल लोगों को छोड़ के? तो कहीं और एजेंडा सेट होता है, उसी नैरेटिव को लेके चलते हैं।
संजय जी, आज जिस तरीके से आपने अंदर और पार्टी मीटिंग में बताया कि कैसे the all party meeting took place, Mr. Britas, what were the issues that your party raised, because you were very strongly raising the SIR issue?
All the opposition parties said we need to have structured discussion regarding the SIR, and Parliament is supreme, and there is no harm in discussing about SIR. And at least 9 times, 10 times the Parliament has discussed about election scene, electoral reforms, and also election commission. And the Parliamentary Affairs Ministry is on record. In an interview to a newspaper, he said that if they widen the topic like reforms, we are ready for a discussion. Yes, we said we agree and concur with the view of the Parliamentary Affairs Minister. Let us widen the topic of SIR. Let us include electoral reforms also. Let us have a structured discussion. So now it is up to him to honor his words.
Did they give you any assurance?
No, they are yet to, and normally they don't give any assurance. Even if they give the assurance, nothing happens, because those people who have to take the decision never come and attend these meetings.
My final question to you, the NDA has been saying that you all have held the House ransom last session. They cited the example of Bihar that SIR had no impact.
See, the question is not of Bihar alone. There is a nationwide SIR that is going on. Kerala is having local body elections. We requested the election commission, don't go with undue hurry, tearing hurry. There shouldn't be any sanctity for these deadlines. And we asked them to defer this SIR. They didn't do it. But in the name of local body elections in Maharashtra, they deferred the SIR. So no constitutional body has the fundamental right to trample upon the rights of the people and citizens.
All right, now let's shift our focus to another story. The Election Commission has announced a significant extension in the SIR schedule across 12 states. The period for filing and calculating claims and objections has been extended by 7 days, pushing the deadline to December 11. Similarly, the publication of draft voters list has also been pushed forward by a week. It will now be released on December 16 instead of December 9. The Commission has also confirmed that the final electoral roll will be published by February 14. This comes after multiple opposition parties demanded more time for the revision process, citing gaps in inclusion, corrections and verification. With the extension now granted, the EC says the process will allow for more accurate and updated voter rolls across the states. All right, CNN News 18's Arunima is joining us on this story. Arunima, the date has been extended. What is the reasoning behind this? Is it because of the opposition parties were demanding that extension?
See, what the Election Commission of India has been saying is that any constructive suggestion is welcome. So the Election Commission of India announced a review of the schedule by extending all the relevant dates by 1 week. And there were multiple reasons for that. One, these BLOs who had lost their lives, even though Election Commission contested the claim that they had lost their lives because of the kind of pressure, work pressure and deadline pressure that was being exerted, the opposition was making this an issue. For example, the Trinamool Congress delegation led by Derek O'Brien went and called on the Election Commission, and they came out and said that we are not against SIR, but the manner in which SIR is being conducted, the deadline which is being looked at, that is unrealistic, and TNC was critical of that. Tamil Nadu too is opposed to the manner in which SIR is being conducted. And I think keeping in mind all the various inputs that the Election Commission has received from various places, they decided that 1 week extension of deadline will not really affect their overall SIR process. And that's why this decision was taken.
And Arunima, since opposition parties were of course asking for the extension, but this 7 days extension, do you think it would cut much ice with the opposition?
The opposition is not happy with the manner in which SIR has been rolled out. And in the run-up to the winter session of Parliament, they are going to make this an issue. Already we are seeing at the all-party voices that are coming in, be it the RJD, which has received a drubbing in Bihar, be it the Trinamool Congress or the Tamil Nadu parties led by DMK. None of the opposition members are happy with SIR. So this 1 week deadline, it's not as if it's going to lead to a change of heart. But Election Commission can well argue that we received feedback, we considered the feedback and we responded positively. So it's not as if what is being Election Commission is being accused of being dictatorial and not taking into account feedback from the ground.
Thank you so much, Arunima, for joining us and putting this story into perspective. Now with this, we are heading into a small break. We'll be back with much more news and updates on the other side. Stay tuned here on CNN News 18.